The one where Ross and Rachel were on a break. So I have a great obsession with this show that I watched all 10 seasons of on Netflix, which is called Friends. For those of you who don't know what Friends is, it's about 6 characters who are relatively the same age, and basically they're just living in New York trying to get through life, and they spend all time together, and there's a lot more stuff with that. Obviously, there's relationships, there's drama, well, obviously, if the relationships are involved, there's always drama. There's comedy, there's laughter, there's tears, everything is just going through their life with them for all 10 seasons, and that's what I've done. And I still don't find myself annoyed when Friends comes on TV and stuff. Like, in fact, I was watching it today. So I figured, why not go ahead and do the Friends book tag, because it's one of my favorite shows of all time. So this just has a few questions based off of some of the titles for each episode and stuff. Obviously not all the episodes, because that's a lot of episodes. But anyway, let's just get started. I'm too excited because it's one of my favorite things in the world. Let's go. The first one is the one where Eddie won't go, which is a character we wish would go away. Alright, we're starting there, huh? Okay. Haven't talked about this series in a while. So for reasons that some people may not know if they haven't read the Maze Runner trilogy by James Dashner, Teresa. I hate Teresa. I hate her so much. I wish she'd go away. I don't care what excuses people give me about how, oh, but she had some kind of, No. She can just go die in a hole. Go away! Yeah. Anyway, moving on. The one where Ross and Rachel were on a break. So it's the most painful breakup in a book. Oh, jeez. There have been so many breakups. So I don't feel like getting the book down, but Throne of Glass. There are so many different things going on in that book, but one thing that Sarah J Maas loves to screw us over with is all these frickin' love triangles that turn into love squares, that turn into love pentagons, that just go all the way to it's like an octagon. If you have not read the Throne of Glass series or gotten up to like Heir of Fire or Queen of Shadows, go away now. Once the book is gone, I'll be done talking. So I shipped Celaena and Chaol so hard. So freaking hard. Especially in the first few books. And then the things happened. And then freaking Rowan is introduced. Is it Rowan or Ronan? Guys, I haven't read the books in so long. He starts with an R. He's a fae. We all know this. And then he's introduced. And my emotions get conflicted with themselves. And now it's like, who do I want her with? Love Octagon! I never wanted her with the prince, though. Freaking Dorian. No. Is it Dorian? Guys, I don't even remember the names. I don't even know if I'm getting this right. I haven't read the series in so long. I feel so bad. But anyway, that's who I wanted. And then when they, broke up because of Nehemiah's death, that was the reason. That night when he just had to put her in the cell and he was like so heartbroken, I was heartbroken, and so many emotions going on through my head. Man, just pulling out all of the emotions with me. Alright, moving on. The one with all the kissing. Favorite kiss scene or book with a lot of kissing? Oh, favorite kiss scene or a book with a lot of kissing. So spoiler alert if you haven't read The Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling, which is the last installment to the Harry Potter series. Spoiler alert if you haven't read the Harry Potter series, pretty much, so. I mean, if you want to hear about this, go ahead. The kiss with Ron and Hermione happens like how it does in the movie, except Harry's present. He's just like, Guys, I'm like really happy for you, but there's a war going on, so could y'all like do that later? Most comedic moments ever. Moving on to the last one, which is our favorite end of series book. And the last one is the title to the last episode ever in the entire Friends. Damn it. God. Winter, which is the last book to the Lunar Chronicles saga. It's 4 books, so I think it's called a saga when it's 4. Pretty sure. By Marissa Meyer. This is a wonderful sci-fi retelling that deals with fairy tales, so it's a sci-fi fairy tale retelling. And it's so good. It's one of my favorite series of all time. When Winter finally came out, I had already read the first 3 books, obviously, but I read them a long time ago, like at the beginning of the year, and this came out at the end of the year. And so I was kind of not really in the mindset to continue with the Lunar Chronicles, but at the same time I was like, the last book came out, like, I gotta read it. So basically I was kind of scared because I was like, man, I haven't been in this world for so long, what if I forget about the characters and all that kind of stuff? And I kind of had, because obviously you can't remember every single thing that you've read and stuff. So I was really scared that I wouldn't remember most of the things that had happened, but as soon as I started reading Winter, I immediately got immersed back into this world and with these characters, and I was like, oh my god, I remember why I love this series so much. And it was a great experience, like, and it was such a good ending to the saga. It was so good. I do believe I actually have a review for this series, so yeah. Surprisingly, that's not the last question. Wow. I love how, for that question, the person who made the tag, or was tagged in this, did Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Next one is the one with the black owl, which is a moment in a book we wish we could forget or never happened. Oh. 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 Need I say more? Spoiler alert, if you haven't read City of Ashes or The Mortal Instruments at all, just leave now. I'll put the book down when I'm done. Simon and Clary. And Clary being Jace's sister. That's all I'm gonna say. That's moving on to the one where Chandler can't cry, which is a book that didn't affect you emotionally like it did other readers. So as I was reading Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, I had read Fangirl, and Fangirl took me a while to get past like chapter 2 or whatever, but once I was done with that, it was great. It was one of the best books ever. Carry on the other hand, obviously it's meant to be like a fan fiction of Harry Potter and stuff, like, pretty sure we all knew this. A lot of people loved this book so much. Like, some people got so emotionally involved into Snow and Buzz. I felt somewhat indifferent. I liked it. I liked the story. I just, it was an okay for me, in my opinion. I mean, I feel like I was nice, guys, with Carry On. I could have mentioned Allegiant, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Moving on to the one where Joey doesn't share food, a book that I won't share. All of them. Just kidding. I do share my books. The problem is I've had some experiences where I've shared my books with some friends and they end up don't coming back to me until like years later, if that. I'm pretty sure I'm still waiting on Scorched Trials from one of my friends who was supposed to give me that 2 or 3 years ago, but it's, you know, it's fine. So I do share my books. It's just there are some people that I refuse to share my books with now for obvious reasons. Moving on to the one with the thumb, a book that you would give 2 thumbs up to. Oh, so many. Mortal Instruments. Throne of Glass, Harry Potter. Obviously, that's like 4 thumbs right there. The duology of A Wicked Thing and Kingdom of Ashes by Rhiannon Thomas. The Sleeping Beauty retelling. Only Sleeping Beauty retelling I've ever read, but it was so good that I don't care if it's the only one. Like, ugh, guys. I love this duology so much. This is something that I would probably reread. So, moving on to the one with the ick factor. A book pet peeve or a book that has a pet peeve. So I think I may have talked about this before, and it's more like a trope pet peeve than an actual book pet peeve, although the trope is in the books. But anything that I watch or read or stuff, you know, anything with this trope, which is love triangles. Oh, you don't want to get me started on talking about this, so I may actually make a other video where I just rant on and on about these kinds of things. So let's just say love triangles for now. On to the next one, the one with the lesbian wedding, which is a favorite book with an LGBTQ couple. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Let's just say it's a somewhat coming of age book about these 2 twins, and one of them is trying to figure out his or her sexuality at that moment, and so they're kind of confused and stuff, and you know, once they do figure it out, they get a really cute someone, and it's great, and it's wonderful, and I love them. So anyway, guys, that was the Friends book tag. I really enjoyed that because, you know, Friends. Huge nerd when it comes to Friends. I know so many things that most people don't really know about Friends. But anyway, it was a great tag. I definitely enjoyed it. Anyone who wants to do this, go ahead. You've been tagged. Have fun. Feel free. So yeah, that was basically, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.